Hi, welcome to Party Food Hero. I'm Aaron. Today we're going to be making Kalua pork, that amazing, delicious pork from Hawaii. It's so good, it's so easy to make, and you can put it on like a million different things. It's awesome. Let's go check it out. All right, so this is what you need for an amazing Kalua pork. You need some Hawaiian sea salt, pork butt / pork shoulder, and some banana leaves. You don't have to have the banana leaves, but it helps. So you're gonna take your pork butt and you're gonna take your favorite poking knife and you're gonna poke some little holes into the pork. And once you've done that on all of the sides, next we're gonna do a little massage of salt, a salt scrub for this pork. So stab it on all sides. If you want to trim off some of this fat, you can. I did trim off a little bit, but what I like to do is keep as much fat on there as you can. Like I said, you can see this weak attempt of trying to cut the fat off. I did a better job, but anyways, what I like to do most of the time anyways is I'll just separate the fat once it's been cooked down enough. I'll just remove it as I'm pulling it apart at the very end. All right, so now we're gonna massage this pork with the Hawaiian sea salt. There's a specific brand, not brand, but style of salt or type of salt you're supposed to use. I'll leave a link in the description below. I just got mine from Amazon and it worked fantastic. You're just gonna use, I think it's 1.5 tablespoons. You don't wanna go crazy on this. And it was the perfect amount of salt. I was a little worried it wouldn't be enough salt and I would have to add more after it's all been cooked, but it was a perfect amount. Worked out great. You just evenly coat it, kind of massage it in there a little bit, and then we're gonna wrap this tightly in aluminum foil and let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. You're gonna take your pork butt that has been sitting in the refrigerator overnight, place it into your smoker and smoke it for about 2.5 hours. We just want to get that nice smoky flavor on there. If you do not have a smoker, I have a recipe on partyfoodhero.com in the Kalua pork section that will go over how to make this if you don't have a smoker. So check out partyfoodhero.com. After you got that smoke penetrated into the Kalua pork, you are going to wrap it in banana leaves in this old-timey method that I didn't just totally try and wing and figure out on my own. I'm sure there's a better way to wrap these up. This worked great, but like I said, I'm sure there's a much more efficient and authentic way of doing this. This is my good old Idaho way of doing this. So you're gonna wrap that as tight as you can, and then you're gonna wrap the aluminum foil even tighter. There you go. This wasn't easy, folks. Sacrifices. So I have 2 sheets of aluminum foil because I wanted to get it as tight as possible and because it's a giant piece of pork. So you just wrap it as tight as you can, and then you're going to put it inside a aluminum foil dish container, and that way any of the juices that leak out, you want to save those juices because those juices are delicious flavor. So you're going to put this in the smoker, or if you don't have one, into your oven for about 5 or 6 hours, depending on the size of your pork. And you're looking for an internal temperature of 200 degrees. 200 degrees, you pull that baby out, and then let's take a look at what it looks like. So I had mine on the smoker for 5 hours and 25 minutes, exactly. And then it hit that 200 degree mark of an internal temperature, and then we get to start peeling back the layers. And at this point, I'm really hoping that this doesn't suck. And good news, it doesn't. And the way you know is because I continued this video and edited it. If this would have turned out terribly, I would have not made this video at all. So obviously it turned out great. So you're just gonna peel this all back. I'm trying to do it as nicely as possible so that you guys can see what it looked like. It's taken a little bit longer than I'd like. But there you go. You peel back those banana leaves, and no, they don't break apart really easily, as I was hoping I could just rip them apart. Can't really do that. A good indicator if your pork is done and cooked properly, the bone that's in there should come out clean and easily. If you're having to tug and pull to get that out, that's no bueno. See how that just popped out? That's because it was cooked correctly. So 200 degrees, that's what you're looking for, internal temp. And then you're just gonna take it out, get everything out of the way. And then the fun part, please don't burn your hands when you're doing this, but you get to just shred it all up. And let's take a look at that. Now, as you remember, there is an internal temperature of 200 degrees. So I have a liner and my gloves on, and it's still ridiculously hot. Yeah, you could probably let it cool off a little bit, but what's the fun in that? Now, you see all those juices that are piling on the bottom? That is just delicious flavor. So what you'll do is for me, I knew we were gonna eat this whole thing, so I shredded up about half of it, and then you wanna keep those juices. So you'll shred it up and you'll just mix the meat up in with those juices, and it is fantastic. It's really good. The reason I keep stopping is because it's so darn hot. And as you can see, I'm also pulling away some of the fat and just setting it aside. There's plenty of flavor and everything to keep it nice and juicy. So just the chunks of fat that aren't as pleasant to get a mouthful of, I just set that to the side. But yeah, just pull it all apart, and you're gonna mix in those juices, serve it as soon as you can. Also, reheat's great. We've been eating this for the past like 4 days, and it's been fantastic. So like with this little part right here that I'm doing, I'm trying to just get it all shredded up and mix in with I took a bite, and I was very happy with the flavor. But there you go. Not super hard, but now for my favorite part of the video. All right, now for my favorite part of the video, I get to eat the food. Now, this took forever. As many delicious things do, it just takes time, but totally worth the wait. Smells delicious. I am salivating because this beautiful aroma is just going right up into my nostrils. So I want to eat it. All right, let's try it out. Here we go. Pork is just so good. God, it's so good. I mean, it's crazy. So you have, honestly, all you really need. I'm sure the banana leaves help and make a difference in the flavor, but pork, salt, smoke makes an amazing Kalua pork. I'm glad I could find banana leaves. That was awesome. Not 100%. And if you can't find it, you can still make Kalua pork that tastes delicious. It might not be super authentic, but then again, I didn't dig a hole and bury an entire pig, cover it in leaves. So this obviously isn't completely authentic, but it is really, really, really good. This would go great with, obviously, Hawaiian macaroni salad, which is the best macaroni salad. Or you could put this, you could put this on a burger, just make some sliders with it. This is really good. You can make tacos out of that. God, it's really good. I usually don't do this. Now it's so smoky. So I was worried that putting like a tablespoon and a half of that salt wouldn't be enough salt, but it's the perfect amount of salt. You get that saltiness, you get the smokiness from the smoke, and you get the succulence from the pork. Oh, man, that's so good. Okay, so make it. It's summertime or almost summertime, or if you're watching this in the winter, make it anyways. It's just so good. If you're going to be doing any sort of party, especially like any sort of luau type thing, you have to make this. It makes a ton of pork, a ton of Kalua pork. I think I used an 8-pound pork shoulder, and it made way more than our family could eat, and we've been eating it for the past few days. So make it. You're going to love it. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. We got videos coming out every week, delicious videos. And go to the website, partyfoodhero.com, for all of the recipes. Easy to find, easy to read through. You don't have to scroll down and try and find the recipe. It's just right there once you click on it. Follow us at Party Food Hero on Instagram. So do that as well. But remember, be the Party Food Hero. I am 100%. It's like 9:30 at night. I'm still gonna crush this because it's so good.
Be the Party Food Hero.
So good.